Welcome back to Real Chill Conversations. And today we will have a special guest in the building. And of course, we have Mrs. Brenna here with us today. And we will hopefully wait on him to come in. How's everybody doing today?
Today was a good day. It was a busy day. Hope everybody else, had a good productive day themselves. And we're a couple of days closer to the weekend, so that's always a good sign.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're just waiting on our guests to come in. Did you have anything planned for the weekend?
Um, Not specifically. I know we needed to take the boys to get them new cleats for football because they're starting to outgrow the current ones that they have. And now that they're in the championships, they're gonna need good cleats, and so we don't want them have them just wear the ones that are too tight because their feet will be uncomfortable. Um, there's a restaurant that my husband was showing me that came across on an Instagram page. I have to go back and look on my Instagram and see what it was, but it looked really, really good. I'll share it with you when I find it. But I think we might do that. Um, Friday night. Saturday, I'm not sure if I'm doing anything or not. I've got a bunch of errands to run and some running around to do, but I definitely am in the mood to go outside and go do something. Put on a cute little outfit and hit the
That's
town.
what I was waiting on. That's what I was
Mhm.
Okay, let's get started, you all. Hopefully, young OG will come back and I'll if I see him pop up, I will definitely let him in. He was on here. We were trying to get Brenna on. So we had to come back on, but we finally got you. So now we're just missing him and hopefully he'll be able to come back in. But today I did want to talk about ending well versus heartbreak. And yes, I'm talking about relationships. Um,
Mm.
this is the art of letting go. Not everyone um, ending has to destroy you. Not
Right.
every relationship has to destroy you. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Um, you know, we do go through heartbreaks, and um, I wanted to speak about this topic today because I wanted us to learn together how to overcome these challenges because it can be challenging.
Yes.
And so in relationships, what we're going to try to do is let the ending redefine you. Don't let it be the end of you. So we always talk about heartbreak like it's the end of our life. And it isn't. I'm here to
Mhm.
tell you today it is not. It's the beginning of a better version of yourself.
Amen.
That's right. And in this episode, we are diving into the difference between ending well and heartbreak, how to close chapters with grace, not bitterness, and how to heal without hating anyone. So I think we have him back in the building now. Hang on, y'all. Let's see. Hi, can you hear us?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey,
Hi.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good.
good, and you?
Oh, I'm great, blessed, feeling good.
I was like, I hope he can get back in.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm good.
seriously.
I'm good. How do I sound? I sound all right. I ain't too loud, too crazy. Y'all good?
Yeah, you
You
sound
sound
good.
Okay.
good.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
So let me roll this back because I was actually getting into the topic. I didn't want to have a big pause. So now that you're here, again, everyone, welcome back to Real Chill Conversations. And today we do have a special guest, and it is. Do you want to go by D Bland or Young OG?
Yeah, yeah. D Bland is fine.
Okay, we have Mr. D Bland in the building. And of course, again, Brenna. I'm just reintroducing everyone. Um,
Hello.
and I was talking before, well, right before you came in, that we will be talking about ending well versus heartbreak in a relationship. But I do want to take this time because we didn't get to do it last time. So let's break this up in two parts. And the first part we will be diving into you, D Bland, in your background. So I did have some questions as well that I wanted to ask you. Um, Again, I hope everyone is doing good. So let's get started. Let's get started with D Bland. Again, thank you so much for joining us. And I saw your profile online, and you're an independent artist, actor, writer, entrepreneur, and businessman. So you're out here grinding. Which one do you enjoy the most?
Entrepreneur, business, hands down. I feel like that's the most fun I have. That's what I enjoy doing the most. I feel like that's my how do you say it? I feel like that's my purpose. It's my passion and my love, which is actually just doing business, just doing good business. Whether that is acquiring things, selling things, helping people acquire things, helping people level up their business or whatever their dreams and goals are. That's what I get the most enjoyment out of. So, out of entertainment's fun, music's fun, but ultimately being an entrepreneur in business is the funnest out of the bunch.
I'm so glad that you said that because on many occasions when we've had conversations with each other and other guests, I've always said that you should always pursue a career in something that you're passionate about, something that really drives you, that really fulfills you, that gives you that joy. You'll never feel like you're working. I mean, you may be putting in a lot of effort and a lot of drive, like in the beginning as you're starting, with the entrepreneurship. But if you're passionate about it, that's going to continue to fuel you to keep going. So I'm glad that you said that someone else heard it besides me.
Yeah, because ultimately, a wise man told me that something that rings true. And they said, if you do what you love, the money will come.
Right.
So a lot of the
I
things
so agree with that.
I don't do for the money. A lot of the things in my life I do is because I love doing it. And everything else is extra. And it just so happens that I'm blessed enough to do it because a lot of people don't get these opportunities, right? A lot of people have to go to 9 to 5s, or they don't get to actually do what they enjoy doing or what they love to do. A lot of people haven't found what they love to do yet.
Right.
So, yeah.
That's true.
So I just feel like taking those steps toward what you love to do, everything else will fall into place.
And D Bland, can you just do like a brief introduction of yourself and tell everyone where you're from and where they can follow you in these social media streets?
Oh yeah, D Bland, Darren Bland, Young OG, Big Stretch. I'm from Miami, Florida. I've moved around a lot. Uh,
Miami
business,
in the building.
yeah, Miami in the building, specifically Carroll City. Shout out to Miami Gardens. Um, Moved around a lot. Went to college in Nashville. Shout out to HBCU. Shout out to Tennessee State Tigers, my alumni. Um, Young father, grew up crazy, impoverished, but always had the mindset of I was going to make it out, and I knew God had a good plan for me. I knew what I wanted out of life at an early age, and I knew I had to make sacrifices to get it. I knew I would take losses. I was very head steady as a young person, so got into entertainment industries, music, lately movies, a lot of writing. I've always been a writer, so writing music and writing scripts and movies have been second nature to me. Do it in my sleep. Um, Like I said, I'm just a serial entrepreneur. I turn my two properties into Airbnbs. One's in Nashville, one's in Atlanta.
Wow.
Um, Working on more in the future. I also worked corporate world 9 to 5 as well. I'll do inspections for counties, working through counties, doing lost draft insurance inspections, mortgage occupancy inspections as well. I do a lot of things, and just coming up, going hard. Like I said, trying to be an entrepreneur. My background is a huge family background. My mom was one of 14, so I have a huge family. Family is very important to me, whether they're blood or they're acquired. Family is very important.
That's
I'm
right.
I'm just a yeah because it takes a community. You could truly, really, absolutely do nothing in life by yourself.
Yep.
You're gonna need help. You're
You're
gonna
gonna
need
need help.
something. You're gonna need another human being there to do something for you to help you get there. You can only do so much on your own.
So
So
true.
so I'm a huge person as far as helping in community and village and family. So um sports
Is it
background.
hard being independent?
It is very hard. It's harder than people think. I hear it a lot because the times have changed, especially in music, because times have changed where you have to sign to a label to become someone.
Mm-hmm.
Things have changed to the point where someone could just make a song today and put it out and it goes viral, it blows up without a manager, without a record label. But with that being said, what people don't understand about being independent is it's a way harder struggle. You don't have a machine backing you, and a lot of the money that you put behind it, because it's pay to play with mostly anything these days, a lot of it is your own hard earned money
That
into
is so.
being independent.
Yes.
Yeah, no one's helping you as far as, oh, I believe in you. Here's $1 million. Just get me on the back end. Like, no,
Wow.
independent means you taking your money out your own pocket, you paying yourself, you taking
Right.
all the risks. Yep, you're taking all the risks. So being independent is way harder. You're not paying for bots. You're not paying for fans. You're organically doing the hard route. You're organically doing it on your own, in essence, which is not being backed by a huge machine, a corporation that's going to give you a 360 deal to lock you in, so it feels like you're not making much, or you could not potentially reach your full potential. Independence is way, way, way harder.
I've heard
Jeez.
that a lot.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, even a business owner, even like being an independent business owner, as far as like starting up a restaurant, like you could see it back during the COVID years. If you go back to the COVID years between
Yes.
2019 and 2022, you could see how hard it hit the independent businesses, which were smaller mom and pop businesses. They're the ones who normally shut down. All the big corporations, ain't shutting down. McDonald's ain't shutting down. Walmart ain't shutting down. But mom and pops down the block that put everything they retirement and blood, sweat, and tears into their shop independently have to shut down. So
Yeah.
that
Those
showed
were
me,
hard times back
yeah.
then.
So that showed me that independence is way more harder. It's all on you. You take all the risk. You take the harder hit.
Would
It's
you
not
change anything to get to where you are now?
absolutely nothing, because I was lucky enough to be born in a time period where you have to put legwork in. You have to put legwork in regardless. But I was born in the 80s, so it wasn't no social media. It wasn't none of that. You had to actually get outside and network. So no, I wouldn't change a thing, because it instilled in me a work ethic that people today don't have. They just feel like they have to sit behind their computer desk and share a lot of
Mhm.
stuff, or buy a lot of bots and don't get up, or just get in front of a camera and be rich.
Yeah, there's a lot of entitlement that's there. Now that we're in this social media boom, people think, like you said, all you need is a camera and on all of that, and you get online and boom, instantly you're famous and you've got this many followers and subscribers and all of that. And it does happen. We have seen it happen for some people, but then we've also seen the downfall of a lot of people that were once, insta famous and now they fell off and they're back to working 9 to 5 jobs or delivering your Amazon packages.
And also, I've also seen that those numbers not translate. So just because you have 100,000 followers on social media, i.e., Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, it doesn't translate into their dollars and until they're following in the real world. Um, Specifically
Correct.
in modeling and music, take someone like Coyle Ray, who is her dad is Benzino. He's been had a
Encino.
foot in the game. She's
Yep.
been had skin in the game. She's been had all these followers, but when she does a show, it's 30 people there. It's
Right.
40
Right.
people there. It's 50
Right.
people there. It's 100 people there. But you
Right.
have 100,000 followers on social media. Why don't you have
Yeah.
100,000 followers at your show?
Because they're not doing the groundwork.
It's not the
Right.
legwork. A wise man
Yeah.
also told me this. I go to a lot of seminars and meetings, and the best form of promotion is still not social media. It's still word of mouth to this day. It's
Yeah.
still going outside and
It
networking.
really is.
Yes, it's not sitting behind social media. No, that's a small piece of promotion. The best way to promote still to this day is going outside, networking, and word of mouth, having a business card.
And I believe like you should network in your circle more
Right.
than anything
Yes, I agree too. Like a lot of
before you just
people,
try to jump up and, hit the next level. It's
I
like
agree.
it's the people that are around you.
Right. Right.
Yeah, and also you want to network and like you said in like circles of what you're doing. If you make music, you don't need to be networking in movies. Yeah, they're gonna want to use your music for movies, but if you do music, you need to be in a room with musicians.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're doing business of a equating on a 9 to 5 or shipping and receiving, you need to be in a meeting where shipping and receiving is taking place. You don't need to be over here in this other room. It ain't got nothing to do with what you got going on.
What advice can you give other independent artists like you?
Don't give up. If you really love what you're doing, don't worry about the win, WHEN. Worry about the win, the WIN. We as human beings want instant gratification. We want things to happen immediately. No, everything is a grind. Hard work pays off. It just takes time. You have to keep going. Don't give up. There are going to be times where you want to give up. You feel like nothing's coming back, especially being independent because you're not working a 9 to 5. You're not having a
I
steady
like that.
paycheck every week. No,
Yeah.
you have to not give up. You have to keep going. If you really truly believe in yourself, that's number two, belief. You have to believe that is for you. You have to believe you're going to make it. If not, you've already lost. You already defeated yourself.
I
It's
really like
true.
that.
Yeah, that's really true.
Now let's go
Very
back
true.
to our topic for today. Thank you so much for answering those questions. And as you know, the topic for today is ending well versus heartbreak. Um, we're talking about how to close chapters the right way, with grace, where I left off, and not bitterness, and how to heal without hating anyone. So first, let's talk about the illusion of closure. Why do some people crave it and why we rarely get it?
Closure.
Yes, some people when they end relationships in a bad way, when it's a heartbreak, they feel like
Mm-hmm.
they need closure.
Right.
So why do we crave it? Why do some people crave it?
I think it's because certain people who have the mindset and a mind frame of wanting to have a full understanding of what's happened, what's gone on, and the scope of things to better help them process what's happening is the reason why they crave the closure. Now, just because you're craving it and you're asking for it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get it because the other party has to be willing to participate, and sit down and review those questions and have those conversations with you. But I think that closure is very helpful and it can be very important in order for you to be able to move on. Because if you're stuck on the facts of, oh, we broke up, it ended, I really don't have all the answers as to why. Like, what went wrong? Where did we go wrong? Like, what could I have done to fix it? Could we have had a conversation? Could we have gone to counseling? If you don't have those questions answered, you're kind of left kind of stuck. And being in that stuck position leaves you always wondering, woulda, coulda, shoulda. So for a lot of people, they do crave closure, but once, a certain amount of time has gone by, I think, I mean, at least for me, it's something that I, slowly but surely stopped thinking about. But I did have an occasion where there was a situation and I really wanted closure so badly from this relationship because it really, really hurt me the way that it ended, the things that were said, the fact that we just never talked again, and all of that. And I happened to run into this person. And when we ran into each other, it was like nothing had ever happened. It was like we had never even broken up. I mean, it was the longest, strongest hug ever. I mean, it was just like we were being reunited after being,
Oh,
away for a couple of months. And I was like, after we were sitting there and talking, I kind of like shoved him a little bit and he was like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I am so mad at you." And he's like, "I know, I know. You want to go somewhere and talk about it?" And we went and we had lunch and we had, a 2.5 hour conversation. And after that, I was good. It wasn't a matter of I wanted him back. I wanted to get back together. I just wanted an understanding. I just wanted to know why. If there was something that I did, was it on me? Could I have changed anything? Because I like to know, if there's something that I'm doing that's not helpful to a situation and I can improve, I like to know so that I can make those changes because I'm not a mind reader. If you need something or if you're wanting something, I can't, open my crystal ball and give you that solution. I need you to tell me what that is. And so we
right.
talked about that. And he said he wasn't really good at communication and kind of stating his feelings and where things were coming from, and he was young at the time and not really mature as he was now, and all of that. So I mean, I got the answers that I was looking for. And yeah, he certainly was inquiring about whether or not I was still single, and I was like, "Yeah, honey, I've moved on." But
Well, we have a man here, young OG in the building. So if you had a terrible heartbreak with one of your exes and they asked for closure, is that something that you would give them?
Absolutely. Do I feel like it's
Okay.
needed? Do I feel like it's needed? No. But if they're wanting that, yes, I cannot deny or deprive them. I can't say they're wrong for that. And
Some
I feel
people
like
say that closure is torture.
it can be. That's why I said, is it needed? No. Is it absolutely needed? No. But does it help? Can it help? Yes. Everyone's different. But
yeah, and I could see that, and I think I've read different things, and there's two sides to the story. There's people that are for closure, then there's other people and therapists and people that have written relationships books that talk about you don't need closure.
yeah,
All you need to do is to pick up the pieces and put your life back together
back
and move
together.
on.
I am that person. I am the
Yeah.
person that does not need any closure because actions speak louder than words. What's meant to be is what's meant to be. I'm a person that is pretty much at peace with outcomes of things. I don't always have to have an answer. I don't always have to have closure. That's just me.
Oh wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yes, because at the end of the day, life goes on. I have to move forward. And that's ultimately like what she just said. I just need to pick up the pieces and keep going.
Yeah.
But there are some people who closure helps them. Yes, because that's what they're yearning for, which is the answer to why. And I'm not here to say that they should be denied that, if that makes sense. I believe that some people do
Yeah,
deserve
because some
the honest
people
truth.
reach out to exes, wait for apologies, never get an explanation. But what I've learned is that people who do this are,
Those are the people who are torturing
I don't
themselves.
know, yes, they're
Those are the
actually
people, if
torturing
you're, listen,
themselves.
you should not expect anything. You should not expect anything. You're already torturing yourself. Don't expect
Yeah,
it.
I would
Ask
say do
for it,
not
yeah.
put pressure on yourself.
Exactly. Or
Mhm.
and don't expect the closure. Don't expect it. If you get
Yeah.
it, you get it. But if you expecting it and you waiting on that apology and you wait, those are the people to me who are torturing themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't, pining for this person and putting my life on hold until I was able to have a conversation with them. I mean, I moved on and was in a whole new, happy, successful relationship. So I do think I was able to put it in the past and leave it behind me and wasn't torturing myself with it. I mean, I had my moments of grief and mourning, but that's normal for most relationships when they end. But I was also able to say, all right, you know what? That's done. He's not reached out. You're not reaching out. You guys probably aren't going to talk. It's done. It's a wrap. A couple weeks later, I met somebody else. We vibed really well. Things just kept moving forward from there. And there I was in a whole new relationship. So I wouldn't say that, I was waiting for someone. And I don't think that I would ever wait for someone hoping that they would give me an apology or an explanation because apologies are only sincere when the people that are giving them actually mean it. I mean, anybody can mouth the words, I'm sorry. But do you really mean that? Are you really meaning what you're saying? Because how
Oh,
many times
yes.
have people given us half-ass apologies just to get us to shut the hell up? Let me just say this so she'll be quiet. So yeah, I don't want your half-ass apology unless you mean it and you're truly sorry and you can tell me what you're truly sorry for. You can take your apology and shove it somewhere because I'm not about that.
And you can end well with someone, and the love may not be there, but you still respect them.
Yep.
So that's a good example of ending things well with someone, communicating the breakup in person if it's safe. And if you need it, because like I said, everyone is not the same, and some people do want it.
Right.
And I feel like for the people who do want it, it was probably something there deeply that they just want to know, okay, we're done. We're not going back. We're not, you know, um what happened. But I think you could do that in a respectful way if that person is needing closure. Um, without any screaming or anything that's gonna go overboard.
Yeah.
Um, and like you said, brother, take ownership, use I
Mm-hmm.
statements too,
Yep.
rather than placing the blame.
Right.
Ooh,
I
yeah,
think
you got to have accountability for sure.
absolutely. I feel like, a lot of us will, I'm going to say us because I'm learning today. I'm learning today too. So, another example was be clear and direct. Don't give false hopes. This just causes more confusion. And of course, you will end up still hurting the other person. Honesty, not cruelty. Um, and acknowledge the good. Share the positive experiences. I feel like a lot of people get in relationships and, they are, well, some people are always talking about the bad experiences, all the bad stuff that happened, but never about the good stuff.
True.
I agree with that too. Yeah, positivity goes a long way.
Yep.
So I mean that's just also just shows the value in relationships when you're trying to end things well with someone. The emotional discipline, and Brenda, I have talked about this so many times. The emotional discipline of
Yeah.
walking away, protecting
Yes.
peace over trying to prove a point, baby, because
Yep.
you
Yep.
don't always have to prove a point.
That is a fact. I agree with you on that.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Promise.
Cause I told you on several occasions, I got your bail money. I'll get you out, but we don't want to see you in that position.
Uh-uh. A a big thing that I learned is that um, you're right. Everything doesn't deserve a response, and silence is an answer. Silence is not always a bad answer. It could be a good answer.
And you know what? I'm glad that you said that too, because that is that's a tough lesson to learn, because the just
Very tough.
the innate ability that we as human beings have is that we want to have the final say, so we want to have the last word, we want to get that last that last lick in, because we don't want to be outdone by the other person. And sometimes you can
Hmm.
best outdo the other person by just shutting the hell up.
By
Just
walking
be
away.
quiet.
Yeah,
Just be quiet. Leave the room. Leave the house if you have to. Go somewhere. But if you don't engage, a person can't argue by themselves. They just gonna stand there looking like a fool. Who you talking to? The
crazy.
the wall?
Right.
Hmm.
You talking to the walls in here? Cause there ain't
Hmm.
nobody in here, baby. I'm gone. I've
Hello.
left. So if you just, it may take every bone in your body, every muscle in your body. You might even have to slightly bite on your tongue, but just shut up. Don't say another word. Don't say another word. They're going to keep digging and
Yeah.
digging, and those jabs are going to get tougher and tougher and harder and harder. And when you feel like you can't take it anymore, like you about to explode and say some crazy shit on the ass, then that's when it's time for you to exit stage left.
Yeah,
Just
because
leave.
I
Absolutely.
feel like they have control over you. Then I feel like you doing exactly what they want you to do by feeding
Because they
into their
want
BS.
they want
Yeah,
you
they
to
want the
engage.
reaction. Yeah, they
Correct.
They
want that
want the
reaction. Yeah,
reaction.
they
They
want that
want the
reaction.
reaction because they
Yes,
get satisfaction knowing that they
yes.
got you. They got you because you were they got
Could
I'm
you to
so glad
got you
could
y'all
to
you
say
respond.
this
could you
because
Yeah.
imagine? Could you imagine to reacting to everything someone said to you or about you? Could you imagine if you
Uh,
never let nothing go?
oh
mm,
no.
Exactly.
no.
As a man that come from the trenches of of America, you know how many people wanted to fight me. You know how many fights I walked away from. That is
Right.
tough.
That's
From
big,
the
and that's
optics, from
big
a
of
grown
you.
man, yeah, a black
Yeah.
man in America, like bro, everybody's gonna call you soft. Everybody gonna call you weak. You was scared.
Yep.
No, I'm smart, bro. I don't have to fight
Smart.
everybody that want to fight me.
That's the same
Exactly.
thing that I did. Same
Yep.
thing that I did.
Yeah, I don't
Yep.
have to fight everybody just because you want to fight. Don't mean I want to fight. It don't
Exactly.
mean I have to neither.
Exactly.
And I don't care what nobody say about me. You're not walking in my shoes.
Yeah, they're
Exactly.
not walking in your shoes,
Mm-mm.
and they might not have nothing
And
to
people will
lose.
try anything to provoke you, really.
Yeah, and because
Mm-hmm.
But then when
they
they
don't have.
see that you're minding your business and you're like, okay, whatever, do you. As long as you don't touch
Yep.
me, I'm good.
And yeah, that's what it boiled down to. If you don't, as long as you don't touch me, we Gucci. But also
Yep.
that shows me that you dealing with your own demons. There's something wrong with you.
Exactly.
That you taking it. You most people protrude they negativity outwards towards others.
That is so
So
true.
I may not even be the problem. I may just be the person, the punching bag you're trying to take it out on.
And I'm not gonna let you do that.
And I'm no, because you need to go
Right.
deal with your problems. That I'm not the problem.
Yeah, that is so true. Uh
Absolutely.
this heartbreak situation, and well, we talked about ending well in a relationship, but like I told y'all, I mean, I don't know a person who hasn't gone through a heartbreak. Um, and it was just a transformation to me. It was like turning pain into power and
Mhm.
wisdom, you know.
Mhm.
I
Amen
viewed
to that.
it I viewed it as a great opportunity to grow and rediscover myself.
Right.
I embraced my emotions. I allowed myself to feel the way I wanted to feel. Um, and we have to do that because sometimes we have to let stuff go and
Right.
letting it go means let it out.
Right.
That too, yes.
People are so afraid of letting it out. But I had to let it out. If that means cry all these tears out, I'm gonna cry all these tears out, but then I'm
Amen.
gonna wipe them off.
Right.
And guess what?
I heard
I'm gonna
someone
set
today,
new boundaries.
my homeboy today said something that stuck with me. He said, you can go to that place, but don't stay in that place.
I like
Right.
that. I
Exactly.
like
So
that.
so we have the right to let it out. We have the
Yep.
right to cry. We have the right to
Yep.
be depressed. We have the right to
Yeah.
be angry. We have that's our human right.
Mhm.
But don't stay in that place.
Right.
That's
Don't stay there.
that's what I was saying. Feel your feelings.
Feelings,
You know,
yes.
you'll be in it for a minute, but you'll be able to get past it. But
And I
Man,
don't like when people say they be like, "Oh, men shouldn't be crying and this, that, and
yeah,
the
that's
other."
crazy.
No,
yeah,
I
I don't.
think they should, and if
I
they
yeah,
want to, let it out, baby. Because when you hold
Man,
all that stuff
yeah,
in,
yeah,
ain't no
yeah.
telling what you can do.
Right. And that's
that's
just
a fact.
wrong. That's just wrong
It
from
is.
a
It took me a
societal
while.
a standpoint. I mean, even generationally. I mean, many of us grew
Yes.
up in households where, boys are told not to cry. Don't
Preach.
I'll give you something to cry about, you know?
Preach.
Fix your face. You know?
Preach.
What are you crying about? Ain't nothing wrong with you, you know? You talking about you upset because something happened at school. Oh, that's no big deal. Don't be, don't be so soft, stand up to them next time. It's like, no, this kid is
No.
telling you somebody
Yes.
said something to me at school, did something to me at school. The whole class saw, everybody was laughing at me telling this whole situation, and you
Yes.
dismissing it by telling me to chin up and buck
We
up and don't
have
be
that right.
soft.
Yes.
We have that's a huge problem. So
Yes.
if you're raised like that as a young
I
boy,
really do think it is.
coming into a young man, becoming a man, into adulthood, and now you're getting into relationships and you're starting to have, feelings, you don't really know what to do with those feelings that you're feeling, because
That is a fact.
you don't understand. You
Listen,
don't understand because nobody ever showed you and nobody ever told you what you were supposed to feel and how it was supposed to look like, except for what you saw on TV
that
or in
sounds
the movies.
so great coming from a woman because most women don't understand
Yes.
because they not men. So to hear that
Right.
coming from a woman, listen, I watch so many podcasts about the interactions and the relationships between men and women and our lives versus y'all lives and things of that nature. To hear that coming from a woman just now, that warmed my heart. That made me feel great because you're
Oh,
absolutely right. Because a lot of the crazy stuff that happens between men when they fight each other, when they hurt each other, when they, God forbid, kill each other. A lot of it is because they haven't been taught how to deal
right.
with their emotions. They're not
Yep.
emotionally
Yes.
intelligent and they don't have no release for it or no conflict resolution skills.
Right.
They haven't had the opportunities. They've been, man, I hate to say it, but it's like the world, women on top of the world. A lot, some of them, not all, because y'all clearly not
Right.
them. Y'all clearly not
Right.
them. I know blanket statements, but they expect men to be robotic.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
like they treat us like we supposed to be robotic. Okay, you got to be tough. Like you said, okay, don't cry. They expect us to be tough as hell, to be able to take everything and just shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Like
Like you got to
just
just take it. You
yeah,
got,
like we
Right.
expected women to just hit us, punch on us because they women, and we not gonna hit them back. Or we supposed to take it and shut up, or people talk to us any type of way and just take it and shut up. Or
mm-hmm.
we men, or we provide, shut up. Like don't bitch about it, shut up. Like okay, she want to not work and pay bills. Men supposed to be the providers. That's how we get treated. Are we supposed to pay for all the dates? Okay, pay for them and shut up, or don't date us. Like they expect us to be robotic and not have any type of reaction, any type of feelings, and just live by this script and code, which is not real
And I
because
really
we all
don't like
human.
that. I don't like
Yeah.
No,
that
it
I don't
approach.
sucks.
I
It
don't I
sucks.
don't I don't like that either, and
It sucks, man.
um I'm I'm in a small category, I think, with Dominic as well, who, I don't have an issue. Like, I don't go on a date or go out with my now husband and just think he's gonna whip out his wallet and just pay for it. Like,
Right.
I don't have a problem paying for it. And it's like, no, babe, I got it. He's like,
Yeah.
you better put your card away. I'm like, no, honey,
Somebody
I I got
just
I got it.
somebody just posted it on Facebook yesterday, and I was cool. I was understanding, kind of understanding the where he was coming from, but in a way I was like, well, he was like, "Are you one of those women that expect a man to pay for everything?" I was like, no, I actually will pay for most of it.
Exactly.
So I'm one of those.
Yep.
And if
But
and if he was a real man, raised the right way, understand what being a man is about. The man is knowing how dating and courting goes, If you got some bread, of course you the man. You supposed to offer if you want to try to date a woman and get her time and get her attention. You're not supposed to
Yeah.
expect her to pay for things, but a woman can also stand her ground and feel comfortable with doing things for a
I'm
man as
very
well.
comfortable in paying for stuff.
Yeah, I'm very
Like
comf
I
I'm,
don't
I'm
feel uncomfortable at
Yeah,
all.
I'm very comfortable, and I don't look down on the man if he's not paying for the date. If I pull out my card first before he's pulled his out, I'm not like waiting to see what he's going to do before I just put my card back in my wallet. If I pull
Right.
my card out, I'm paying for it. I got it. Especially in the times of us early dating and getting to know each other. I'm not expecting you to pay for pay for my meal.
But
We're
most
we're
people would say, "Oh, you're crazy for doing that."
and
But
I know they would.
I know they will, but it's like
yeah,
I don't follow, I don't follow what other people follow
Hmm.
just
right.
to be doing it. I'm different like that. And so
That's a
for
fact.
me, I just, I don't see where it's an obligation for a man to just pay for this and that, and you can just treat him any kind of way, talk to him
Nope.
any kind of
Hmm.
way, and do any kind of stuff, and then he's just supposed to take it, and then you try to have a conversation with the person about how they're talking to you, how it's making you feel, and they're telling you to, to shut up, and oh, you don't know what
Now
the hell
Oh
you're
that's
yeah.
what
talking
I have an
about.
issue with. Now
Hmm.
that's what I have an issue with. I'm so glad you said that. Is the way people treat you.
Man, I
Now if
swear.
you have someone that's just mistreating you and just talking to you crazy and doesn't value you, then that's a whole different story.
Yeah, yeah, and then that's ultimately on you, my dog. You got to get up out of there. You see, she don't
Right.
value you and she don't like you, so you need to make a great escape. If you
Right.
choose to stick around for that, that's on you. But yeah, man. But that goes back
Absolutely.
to the point of if we move in the goalposts about heartbreak. To what I said all that to say this: it's hard for men to have an outlet. Like if you don't have a family member or a close friend that you can really trust, it's hard for us to tell our secrets. It's hard for us to tell how we feel to people because most people gonna use it against you, tell your business, talk behind your back. Like who can a man really trust outside of going to pay a therapist who get paid to keep my secrets, to tell what's going on in my life, to release it, to get it out, to have some type of emotional, you know, release, and also a solution. That's what it's ultimately for.
You know
Yeah.
what? And I think therapists count and counseling is good.
I think it is too.
A lot of men been through so much that I think that is the route to go at times, especially with all the trauma that some of them encounter as a young age,
I went
at a
through it,
very young age.
and I wish they either had the funds, the money, or the grants to all go to therapy because that would be the answer for me. Because, like I said, you can't just find any Joe on the street. Even your family, some people got
Yeah.
terrible dysfunctional families. I can't tell y'all nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And women
I
too,
can't tell
because
you. I
all,
can't
a
oh
lot
tell
my
of these
y'all
God.
ass.
things,
I can't
a
tell
lot of
y'all
these
ass that I cried
breakups,
yesterday in the bathroom. I can't tell y'all that.
yeah,
Right.
What? Like, all right, look, I can't look. Who? How long have you known your homie? How long have you had known this chick that you talking to who knows that she gonna get mad? And women's tongue is way worse than men's. Y'all have no boundaries when y'all it's over with. So then you can't tell her your deepest, darkest secrets. You don't even know her from a can of paint yet. She gonna use that shit against you. Or your homie is. He's snaking you and backdooring you. You can't tell him your secrets.
some people will.
Yeah, so I think therapy is the route for men. If they could all afford it, if they had some type of bill or act we could pass, that would help the world. Because we the responsible for all most of the violent acts
Yes.
for real in the world. All the craziness, all that shit is mostly driven by men. Just to be honest with you.
And most of the things that we go through as a child also shows in our relationships, not just partner relationships, but just relationships
Hmm.
that you encounter, period.
Right.
Um, so I know we talked about that already on the podcast a couple of times. Um, I focus more on, of course, during the heartbreak period, on my self love and self care journey, stuff that I shove to the side to please others in their dreams and help them, but most of the time we like to put our stuff to the side Um, but I use that phase in my life as my energy to fuel what I love to do in my life, what I wanted to achieve, my goals, my passions. So I adopted all the positive mindset that I could adopt to move past that. I talked to my friends, family, um, just to release what I had experienced because
Yeah,
it's not easy. It's very hard,
it
y'all.
is. Yeah.
Oh,
Um,
that's a fact.
so I focused on my future. I made decisions based on what I wanted to do, not what everybody else wanted to do. And then I found a lot of things that I'm good at. So maybe that's something that, some of you are able to do or, take some of these tips of what we're talking about today. Um, there are some signs you're healing versus, you know, that you're not healing. So I guess we can go over those. When you're healing properly, you are in the process of accepting and moving through difficult emotions. When you're not healing properly, then you're holding on to the past. And I know sometimes we be like, we gonna let it go. We gonna let it go. And we
Right.
keep talking about it. And we keep talking about it. But
We'd
that's
be
still
like,
holding
girl,
on.
girl, can you please stop saying his name? Just cut it off, cut it out, knock it off.
I'm weak.
Right, because we do. And I'll talk about it. Even if it's just to myself just to get it out. You know what I'm saying? But
Ain't
then
nothing
I'd be
wrong with
like,
that.
okay, that's enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. When you gonna stop
I'll
this?
have my little my AirPods in and be doing my rigorous house cleaning. I'm listening to music, but I'm having a whole conversation. And then he said this, and then I turned around and what I said was this, and then he came back at me and said this, and my kids would be like, "Mom, who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just listening to my music." So,
Another sign that you're not healing right is staying busy with work to avoid uncomfortable emotions. Did y'all know that?
Yeah, I did. I know
yeah,
that. That
Cause
happened
I
to
didn't
me.
know
yeah,
that. I thought it
yeah.
was
Yes.
just a distraction.
I
I'm
knew
Yeah.
like,
that.
okay, what I
My
need to do today? What I
Right.
need to do
yeah,
today?
that's real. No, my heartbreak is different. It wasn't like a breakup or nothing. My heartbreak was way deeper than that. But I did dive into work, which I thought it was healthy and it was getting me by, which it did because
Right.
it kept me busy. I didn't just
Right.
sulk and sit around, but at the same time, I wasn't healing. No, I can agree with that statement.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I
I could
mean,
see how that would be on
That's
the not
very
so.
interesting to hear
it's
from him.
interesting, to hear that. And when you think about all the different ways that people find to distract themselves so that they don't have to think about the heartbreak or the breakup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You see,
how many people do you find that all of a sudden they get obsessed with, going to the gym? I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to do this. I'm going to look great. This person's going to look at me and be like, "Ooh, she looks good. Ooh, he looks good." And then they become obsessed with it. Or those that want to become serial daters. Now, social media platforms have the ability for you to DM someone, y'all hook up to get together and meet, and the cycle continues. And you're just running through all of these females trying to get over a
Oh,
breakup and
that's
a
not gonna work.
heartbreak, and you're not healing
mm-mm,
That's not
yourself.
gonna
that's
work.
no, it don't. And I've
I
also
mean,
heard females tell
all
me
of
that.
these things just prevents you from processing difficult experiences
And
and
people
moving
want
on.
to, they want
So
to
you're really just
avoid.
going backwards.
they want to avoid processing the difficult situations because they don't want to feel the feelings. It all comes back to feeling the feelings. We
Yep.
have to learn that it's okay to feel the feelings and move forward from there. Process that. Let yourself feel it. Know that that's what hurt feels like and process it. That's the problem.
Or like
Be-
jumping in into a marriage right after a breakup.
yeah, that's
Oh
crazy.
gosh,
Ooh
yes.
wee.
That is
That's
wild to
insane.
me.
That's
Someone's been
crazy work.
divorced for 2 weeks and then they're married, 10 days later. I mean, who does that?
That's crazy work. That's
Who
diabolical.
who does that?
Yeah,
Okay, so
somebody
we
who's
have
not right.
reached the end of our podcast today. I want to get some final thoughts from young OG and, of course, Mrs. Brenna. So we'll get Mrs. Brenna to
Mrs.
go
Brenna.
first.
That makes
Oh
me
yeah, of
sound like
course,
I'm somebody's auntie.
of course, she going first. Ladies first, of course.
Well, Brenna.
Yes, because I'm not nobody's. I mean, I'm an aunt, but
Oh, you auntie, you
I'm
auntie.
not on. You're not calling
I
me auntie.
Hey, look. I'm not old, but I'm not young, but I've been uncle, so it's all right.
Okay,
I've been
all
to have
right.
nieces and nephews, so it's all right.
Yeah, only my nieces and nephews can call me that, but regular folks can't go around calling me auntie. I'm not having it. Not having it. One thing that I would like to say, and I'll just reiterate this again, as I said before, is when you're talking about heartbreak, and ending well versus versus a heartbreak type situation. I really think that you're able to end a relationship well when, one, you guys are effective communicators, two, you are on the same page for the most part and really have an understanding of each other and what each other wants and understand what each other needs. And then you're not shook by the fact that this person is feeling this way. When you do your self-reflection and you think about what that person has just said to you, you're not taking it personal, you're not getting aggressive with it. You're like, okay, this is how they feel, and then I have to ask myself, oh, is this person really making me happy or not? And if I think about it and I'm like, you know what, I think I am just kind of just settling into a routine, and it's not really about it being love. It's that we're great companions. We have fun together. We enjoy each other's company, but I'm looking for a deeper connection. As far as the heartbreak, I mean, you guys, you have to let yourself feel the feelings. It's going to suck. It is not going to feel good. You need to, talk to yourself, like Dominique said, talk to a friend, talk to a trusted family member, journal it, walk around your house while you're cleaning with your earbuds in, listen to music, but talk to yourself if you want to. But those are the things. But it is possible to end, heartbreak on a good note. I know we always talk about the bad scenarios and the different kinds of situations because those seem to be more of the highlight than the other part of it. But I know there are some good heartbreaks and some good relationships that have ended
Ending wells.
on a good note, on a well note.
Yes, and let me bring it back to Miss Dominique.
Not
Okay.
Auntie Dominique.
Okay. Um, I just want to tell everybody a heartbreak can break us if we allow it to. And just because you allowed it doesn't mean you're dumb or stupid. Sometimes we don't know how to deal with heartbreaks. And that's okay. That's why I chose this topic today.
Yep.
So we can learn and how to end things well, because this will build us to come back stronger and be a better version of ourselves. And if they let us go, baby, they just let us go.
Right.
Okay? We
Right.
Hello.
can we can do better.
I
Absolutely.
need my DJ effects. Man.
Okay. I don't have my little
Yeah,
bell today,
I need
but
to hook up my soundboard for y'all one time. Y'all speaking. Y'all speaking.
and we'll let young OG take it over now so we can leave after him.
I just want to say before I get to that, I appreciate both of y'all. Y'all have something dope going on here. I love it. Thank y'all for having me. I'm humbled. If y'all need any type of help,
Thank
anything y'all know,
you.
just hit me up. I got y'all. I support.
Thank you.
Now I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Just know when it comes to heartbreak, as someone who's been through it, it's not the end of the world.
True.
It's not the end. All right,
True.
it's not the end.
It's the
As long
beginning.
as that's it. Yep, and you can make it through. It's gonna be a tough process. It's a process. Understand? There's no timetable. Don't be so hard on yourself neither if you can. And ultimately, if find positivity if you can, because if you go into anything, whether it's coming out of a heartbreak or something tragic, if you can find an inkling of positivity in your life, work on, lean on that, build on that. Because if you go into anything with a positive mindset, you usually have positive actions and you'll usually get a positive outcome. So
That was dope.
it starts
Yeah.
it starts in the mind. It starts in the mind. It allow those emotions to feel them. That's just let you know you're a real person and you're human. But stay positive. Just tell yourself it's gonna be okay. Find those affirmations. If you have to speak to yourself, like the lady says, say it out loud. Say it within yourself. Your body will follow, and
And then,
your world will be heaven on earth. It's gonna be all right. Life will give you
Yeah.
rocky times, but just know, as long as you're breathing and you wake up, it's another opportunity to have the best day of your life.
absolutely.
And
And
that's
men
where I'm
can
gonna end it.
have self love and self care
That's a
Yep.
as
fact.
well.
Men, love
Yep.
yourself. You can love your brother too, man. It's okay, bro. It's okay to
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, brother, you looking nice today, my brother. Hey, I like your shirt today, my brother. It's okay to ask questions. How you doing today, my brother?
Absolutely.
How did you make $1 million, my brother? Can you enlighten me? It's okay to talk to your neighbor. It's say
Yep.
love your neighbor. That's a reason. It's a reason for it.
Yep. Absolutely.
All right, y'all. We'll leave with this.
All right.
We'll be back next Tuesday with Brenna in the building. We'll see what she have for us then. And again,
Uh-huh.
thank you so much for joining us today, young OG. I know we missed you a couple of times, but
We finally got it together. I'm
I'm
glad
so
I
glad you
did.
was
Yeah.
able to
Yep.
join today. Bye, everyone.
See you guys. Bye.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
Much
Young
love.
Bye bye.
D. Take
Yeah, for
care.
sure. All right.
Bye.
Love.